Good morning or afternoon, depending on where you are. Sergeant OCD here. I am here at it again. I wasn't happy with the way the video turned out for sharpening axes. So I just want to clarify some of this when you go to a stone. I actually filed this morning. That was going to happen. So, and I already put it on the coarse stone. So, you know, like I said, get the right angle, pitch, whatever. But which one is lighter, the axe or the stone? So I'm pretty sure that the axe is heavier than the stone. So you could do this all day long, which is what I need to do with this thing, because it is beat up. You know, the two axes I have, other than the new one, are beat up. They ran into the ground. But that's what happens when you have kids. So just keep doing that, you know, and it should stick. So I just wanted to touch base with that real quick. We're going to get on to, you know, the fire. I gotta find the lid for that thing. But I do want to explain this a little bit. I lost the lid to this. My LBE, with how much it's changed. So let's start up top. I finally took the knife off. I wasn't using it, so I just didn't think I really needed it. Took the compass and my one fire kit, moved it down below, so it's got more room up top on the shoulders, so I can carry my pack easier. Fire kit, most of these, you know, same stuff. Lighters in there. So I did move a little bit around. I have these little kits that I make. Obviously the charred one is charred material, and I throw paper in there whenever I find it, or you know, bark. And then this one's got a ferrocite rod, or actually that's a magnesium rod with a stick of fat wood, and the same matches everything else. I don't have like a bag of cotton balls or anything like that. Same canteen. We'll move around to the back. My trusty SOG. One of the things I did add to this is I started adding just a fishing kit, but I found out I needed like needles in there and syringes, so I put all that in there, which is one of the 10Cs. And then I put some in here. So this is not a pipe bomb. This actually has fishing tackle inside here. Now I have roll pins I was going to put in there, but you can't get the caps off with that, so I'll probably put a roll pin in one side and a R pin in the other one. But I don't know if this will release with this cap on, so I got to test that out. So basically what I have here is I have trapping wire here, in here, and then from the center basically I have roughly 20 to 30 feet each on this bundle, this bundle, this bundle, and not that bundle. So should have enough to survive, you know, or a little bit. But that's my new addition to that. Keep going around. I did miss one addition here, right out in the open. So this is that knife that's also a saw. So it's one piece of metal. I like it so far. So I built these basically out of coat hanger. I just made me a little place for this to hold on to. I could take it off if I want to, but it takes a tool. If it takes a tool to remove it, probably worth keeping on there, because if it's hard to remove, you know, obviously. And then I have the same old stuff, but I built a little loves me knife. Anyway, there it is. Let me move this around. So I built a little, it looks like a little coat hanger I built for my knife. I'll go closer up on these. And then I put my pack, one pack on there. And this is my accessory kit. Yeah, I got my own tool, flashlight, you know, another pocket knife, tweezers, some like a, you know, one of them, I call them choker saws. But it's just got basic 10Cs in it stuff. But this pack, this is cool. This is where I have what I use all the time. I got a char kit, I got duct tape, I got cordage in there, paracord, bank line, and you know, maybe some Blistex. But what's really cool about it is this pouch up front. I don't know if you can see this. This pouch up front. No, not this one. I got a spare compass in there. I got another leather bag in here where I could stuff things on the, you know, from the trail, like bark or whatever, you know, maybe some berries or whatever. Anyway, that's all I did really. I didn't do much. I'm gonna get to this fire now because we built this Dakota Fire Pit yesterday, and during filming the smoke was just too much for me. It came in and I just couldn't handle it. So I'm gonna go collect some grass, reposition the camera, and we'll get this Dakota Fire Pit going again. Got old reliable grass. So I got a pretty good base where this thing can fall down to. I don't see any problem with this getting started. So one thing I'm going to try different. That thing is like over full. This is one I made for another kit that I disbanded. What I really need now, kit wise, is I really need like an urban one. Alright, so I found these rocks, and I found a file, and I don't know if I could do this with this, but I don't even know if you could see if it's sparking. It sparks, but it doesn't ignite this. So, you know, you can't just find any rocks. This is quartz, and make it work. So that's just one of the things I tried that didn't work, obviously. So I have my ferrocite rod on a different keychain. I'm going to use this knife since it seems to create the best spark with the charred material. So I got a nice little piece there. I got to put the lid on it because I got a bunch of them on fire. It was a good job. So we're going to do this. That's why you char material. Char material so you can get a fire going easy. My problem is, just like with knife sharpening, I have no patience. And this is what you really need, patience. Now in business I have a lot of patience, but when I'm trying to do something, I want it done. Stuff's falling apart. Might not work. Nope. Alright, well, you know, it's not like we don't have enough char material. Ooh, good, that's a piece of wood. Very windy through here today, so that whole piece of wood, charred punk wood, or punk wood that was charred, is on fire. Grass is too wet. Not ready to go out. I'll leave that one just sit there and simmer. I do want to try something here. Well, why do you need the char material? Your grass will die on fire. So I guess the grass was dry enough. Alright, I gotta back up. So that's right underneath my tent here. So here's me sticks. I think everything's underneath there. Well, I was not prepared for that to light up like that. Smoke, smoke, smoke. So this is what happened yesterday. It filled up my tent with smoke. So even though it went up, it is not lighting on fire. I'm gonna push these sticks on from yesterday and let it roll, because I still didn't do it right. Well, here's a nice treat. Nice and red. Look at that. Alright, let's see. This is nice and red and sappy. I'm gonna do what I normally don't do. That's how you know it's fat wood. You could light it on fire. I know these are a little large, but they're very, very light, which means they are dead. So even though my tent is catching all the smoke, I got a crack in between the two mattresses, so I do not have a problem with smoke staying in there. The problem's gonna lie in the winter when the winter is cold and snowy. So, you know, it's not a failure as a fire pit, but it sure does seem like it's a failure as a Dakota fire pit. I just heard some wind blowing through there. It's a little too high. My tarp is not too hot right now, but it's getting close. Let's get it down a little bit. So we'll leave it down a little bit. Yeah, you see it's coming in and then going out, but it's also coming out the top. So right the front here, this area is where the smoke's the worst. And that's exactly where I'm gonna be. So I think that's about it for me today. I got the torch smoking, basically put some ashes down there. I'm had to move the rock back, so it's like 80% open here and then a little like 20% draft. So hopefully that'll work out for this. I mean, it seemed to have gotten rid of a lot of the smoke. So maybe that's the trick, but anyway, God bless you, family. Take care. Always look for something new to learn. I mean, it could happen. And the more you know, the better off you're going to be. So keep your head down and train, train, train. God bless you.